Hello again, this is Paul, and in this action-packed episode of Random Ink wandering across an ordinary piece of white paper, I draw some lines. Some of the lines go this way and some of the other lines go that way. So I end up with all kinds of dizzying lines going this way and that way all over the place, forming ponderous patterns and shiftless shapes and other various seriously unserious stuff that looks like it could be significant, all of which I drew just for the sake of the pure fun of gliding my pen aimlessly along the smooth surface of the paper. While it sounds like I might be saying something important in all of this, I'm not. So I'll carry on with all this nonsense by saying that drawing all of these frivolous lines in a doodle such as this one is usually so much fun that I never really know which way any of my lines are going to go. I just sort of follow them along as they form into silly things. Most of the time while I'm drawing these doodles, I tend to get lost in all of the meandering of the lines. When I do get lost, which is all the time, I just try to forget all about where I was going in the first place. And once I do this, I'm not lost anymore since I'm not sure where I'm going anyhow. And once I'm not lost anymore, I'm usually able to find my way again, at least for a little while, at which point I can draw a few more wavy lines. But inevitably, I just manage to get lost again, which is, after all, the whole point of drawing this meandering doodle. Now, since I get lost all the time, and since I draw really slow, and I take lots of breaks and naps, and I also take lots of trips to the refrigerator for quick snacks or sometimes long snacks, this doodle took me about 7 hours to draw over quite a few different sessions. At one point, about 2 minutes or so into this speeded up video, I became so lost on one of my more fancy trips to make a snack that I got confused with the pause button and the record button, by which I mean to say that I got them backwards, and not on purpose. If you watch close, it appears as if I'm trying to create some type of photographic time-lapse effect, such that small parts of the doodle just pop up on the screen. If I said nothing, some of you might think that I was trying to do this. I wasn't. I was just hitting the pause button, thinking I was recording. Then I drew some lines. Then I would hit the record button to go check on the progress of my snack as it was cooking on the stove. Then, of course, back to the pause button to do some more important lines. I'm sure you can see how this could happen. I'm old after all, and all these buttons and lines and important things are difficult to keep organized. But I got back on track once my important snack was all cooked up. This is one of my favorite snacks. It's pure comfort food. This snack, in case you're wondering, is potatoes, sweet corn, and collard greens all mashed up with a potato masher with way too much butter and a bit too much salt and a sprinkle of cinnamon and probably, how can you not want to put in a whole lot of thick swirls of honey or even maple syrup if you got any lying around? Can only make it better. So I put all of this into a big bowl, which is overflowing because I always make too much, and then I eat all of it because it tastes so good. And I like to eat it with a big spoon. I used to call this particular snack sweet corn and potato heaven. But one of my friends stopped by the other day while I was just about to eat a big bowl of this comfort food, and she said, "Paul, that looks like bear poop." Well, I looked down at my wonderful steamy bowl of comfort food, the bright yellow sweet corn all mashed up with orange sweet potatoes and white potatoes swirled with the mushy deep green of the collard greens, and I said, "Yeah, you're right, it looks like bear poop." So now, instead of calling my favorite comfort food sweet corn potato heaven, I call it bear poop. I almost like it more now that it's officially called bear poop. So when I'm about to make my favorite snack, I announce to myself inside my head, out loud, sometimes even, or to anyone in my house who happens to be visiting, if in fact someone happens to be visiting, that I'm making bear poop. And as soon as I say it, I feel better inside. That's how good bear poop tastes in all of its potatoy buttery wonderfulness. The problem with bear poop, which really isn't much of a problem, is that after I eat all of it, I usually need to take a nap. And I love naps. I mean, who doesn't like taking a nap after eating too much comfort food or an enormous bowl of bear poop? The good thing is that when I wake up from my nap, I usually have a whole bunch of good energy for more playtime to doodle, draw, and play with fun pens and fun pieces of paper, letting my imagination wander through that nowhere land of ink and bear poop comfort food. And on that note, that's all I got for today. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching and listening. Remember to keep your pen on the paper. See you later, and until next time, goodbye.